This video demonstrates how to create a tour in Google Earth Pro and save that tour as an MP4 video. After opening Google Earth, select Tools, then Options, and then click on the Touring tab. Adjust the time between features to 5 seconds, and make sure the Wait at Features option is also set to 5 seconds. By making these adjustments, your tour will progress at a reasonable pace. Click the Apply button when you are finished, and then the OK button. Next, click on the Temporary Places folder in the Places sidebar so that all your place marks are contained within this folder. Drop place marks on your satellite image. In this case, I drop place marks around McHenry County College. Notice that I frequently adjust the tilt and angle perspectives of each place mark using the Shift and Control keys on my keyboard, as well as my mouse and mouse buttons. I first drop a place mark at an MCC baseball field and name this place mark MCC Placemark Number 1. Next, I drop another place mark at the MCC greenhouses and name this place mark MCC Placemark Number 2. My third place mark is dropped at the Liebman Science Center and named MCC Placemark Number 3. A fourth place mark is dropped at the atrium of Building A and named MCC Placemark Number 4. A final place mark is dropped at the pond in front of the college and named MCC Placemark Number 5. Finally, I drop a place mark at a panned out perspective showing all the place marks so that the forthcoming tour begins and ends at a graphically pleasing perspective. Notice that when creating this place mark, I do not name it, nor do I assign it a graphic representation. I do this by deleting the name, then clicking the pin icon and selecting No Icon at the bottom of the pop-up window. Click OK in the icon pop-up window, and then OK again in the place mark pop-up window. Notice that this place mark is present in the Places sidebar, but lacks a graphic icon and name. Right-click this invisible place mark, select Copy, then click on the Temporary Places folder, then right-click and select Paste. I've now established start and stop locations for the tour. Notice when clicking on the Temporary Places folder, an additional folder icon appears at the bottom of the Places sidebar. This folder icon disappears when clicking on a place mark, but reappears when clicking on any folder in which place marks are located. Clicking this folder icon enables me to see and record a tour of the place marks within a folder. Notice that after clicking this folder icon, the tour automatically begins using the time between features and wait at features options I established at the beginning of this project. Notice too that the flight is rendered automatically and the view stops at the tilt and angle perspectives that I established when creating the various place marks. After viewing the tour, I click the disk icon on the tour pop-up to save the tour. Notice the New Tour pop-up window appears, with a place for me to name the tour. In this case, I name the tour MCC Example Tour and click OK. Notice that a saved tour now appears within the Temporary Places folder. Click the X on the tour pop-up to exit the tour construction and viewing. I next test the tour by flying a short distance away from MCC. Double-clicking the MCC Example Tour in the Places sidebar automatically initiates viewing the saved tour. To create a saved MP4 of this tour, I click on Tools, and then place a check next to the Movie Maker icon. Notice that the Movie Maker pop-up window appears, with Record From defaulting to a saved tour, which is the MCC Example Tour within the Temporary Places folder. Notice that I keep the Video Parameters default option and ensure that the output configuration file type is set to mjpeg .mp4 close parentheses. I also keep the picture quality default to high while realizing that I may have to adjust this setting if my computer hardware is unable to process this quality standard. Click the Browse button and then select a location on your computer where the MP4 file will be saved. Notice that my saved movie will appear in my Downloads folder. Also notice that I named the soon-to-be-created movie MCC Example Tour, and then click Save. Back at the Movie Maker pop-up window, I now click the Create Movie button and wait for the movie to be created. Upon finishing, the MP4 file appears in my Download folder.